Okay, here we are. The shoe for the week was played at Commerce Casino on 11/18 by CT70. Kind of a typical shoe that you see a lot of times. I wanted to take a look at it and kind of get our series of shoe of the week going here. Total hands played, looks like they played 45 hands. We had 25 player wins and 20 banker wins. They didn't record the ties in this one, unfortunately, it looks like. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. At first glance, hindsight is, of course, is perfect, but at first glance, there seems to be, quite a few zigzag runs. Here's one. Here's a couple 4 and 3 in a row, a couple 2 in a row intermixed. So it looks, fairly random. But let's take a look at it here. If we're looking at the player banker score, you can see a little bit of disparity as it goes along. And then it tends to catch up, and it comes certainly within the realm of normalcy of 25 players and 20 banks at the end. Certainly nothing out of the ordinary there. If we look at the OR count, which is the opposite against repeat count, let's see if there's any big disparity. It does get up into when we start seeing the opposites come to play. The OR count starts to increase, favoring opposites, and the opposite time before last count, has the exact opposite. Has the effect too, not necessarily the exact opposite, but when the zigzag run comes in, you start missing the opposite time before last bet. So you can see the disparity goes way up. So certainly not a way to play this game. If we look at the SAP count, which is a self-adjusting progression count, or the count of ones against twos against threes, and threes against fours, you can see some disparity, but not too much. Again, when the single one in a rows, which is what the first column counts, you can see when it starts going opposite, the SAP count for this goes up. The 2 in a rows, and then the 3 in a rows, and 4 or more in a rows. So obviously there was a lot of 1 in a rows here, and of course the count went up quite a bit at that point. Let's see what else of note. Okay, so it looks like the way to play this shoe, since it's just a pretty much generic shoe, would be to play it, just time before last. We can go ahead and select that in the interface, and let's take a look if we, and you'll see a lot of times that is actually the way to play many of these shoes is time before last. And if we just do an up one, down one, time before last on this shoe, certainly would have been the way to play it. 41 bets, total winning bets, you won 63%, you lost 36, which is really good. You can see the 1, 2, and 3, 4 unit winning bets. We didn't make any 5 or plus unit winning bets, and then we have a lot of approaches too that you certainly don't want to bet more than 5 in a lot of cases. Certainly keep a tight spread when you're betting. Units losing, you lost 8 unit. 2 unit bets, you lost 5 of them. 3 or 4 unit bets, you lost 2 of them. 5 plus, well, we didn't lose any 5 bets. Total units wagers, we had 73, we won 49, and we lost 24. The unit advantage, we came up 25 units ahead in this one if you use a simple time before last approach, up 1, down 1. You can see here, if we started at play 5, betting the time before last, which is, of course, just bet the hand that won before that, we won the 1. And then here, we'd go over, which we lost the bet at play 6, we're betting the time before last. So here, since we won, we just stay at 1. We'd have bet banker and lost. Then you bet the time before last on the next play. Okay, so the time before last was player, so we bet player and we lost that. Then here we kept the progression going up to a 3 unit bet. So if you're betting quarters, this would be a $75 bet on player. The time before last is player right here. So we won that, and then once we win, we come down 1. We bet 2 on the time before last, which is this player. Okay, now the reason time before last wins so much is that one is it's on all long runs and all zigzag runs, as you can see. So as soon as something goes more than as soon as something goes more than 2 or 3 in a row, not 2 in a row, forgive me, as the 3 in a row or a zigzag run, you're going to be on every run. So the only thing it really effectively loses to is the last one of the run when it changes, or the last one of a 2 in a row when it goes to it, when instead of it going opposite, it just stays on the same side. So it wins a lot of hands. It's a great way to play, and it's appropriate for someone who's just starting out and trying to learn the game. So this is the time before last strategy, one that, you know, probably a lot of times is the default go-to strategy that we recommend a lot. So again, here's the shoe of the week from Commerce Casino in California, played 11-18 by one of our players, CT70. So I hope you found this insightful. If you want to see the traditional scorecard, here it is. And I hope you'll join us at Beat the Casino. Thank you.
Okay, hey, I'm here with Jeremiah, one of our top players from BeatTheCasino.com. Jeremiah, did you have a good time playing tonight?
Had a great time.
Did you win some money?
I won a lot of money.
All right, would you tell anyone to join?
If you are not a member, you have got to join up. It is the best out there.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for coming. I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.